see that every single time. Okay, we're about to start. I don't actually want to go in that pile, I don't know why. Holy lag! Could have paid. Maybe I wanna kill some of these guys. Might be easy experience, but I'm out. Yeah, no problem, man. I didn't expect you to stay.
Hey guys, what's going on? We're back? We're back. You guys have missed a lot. You saw a lot, but you did not hear a lot. We said a bunch of stuff. It was great.
Well, we've been keeping track, so...
And then been able to watch the whole time, so let me know if you have any questions. And we'll fill in the gaps here. We find the river...
spell, and I don't think... did we find the other spell?
All I know right now is Fairy and Raru. And then I was trying to chase down the audio problems. But magic key time for Digshake. He's the last to get it, but nobody really made any use of it to make that difference in time any use there.
We've got Palace 3 or 6 and Great Palace for sure.
And here's an interesting thing. Max is going to utilize Fairy and go through the Fairy Cave, and he's going to wake up in the town of Saria. So he'll be our second free spell of the game. He also had Fairy. He could have went through the other side of Saria because we know that's in the opening location. So both sides of Saria now found. I don't know if Buzz is farming XP here, but he just takes an axe to
I'm not even sure how much these red Dairas are worth. Used to be a lot of Dairas on this seed. Oh, yeah. Here's a
little Bagoo find there for Toaster. Larbot 30,000 in chat. Oh, it's Lagbot. Thought there was a Larbot. That would be awesome. So Buzz is really going in on this jump cave here. Toaster is going to utilize, even though he grabbed the note or found where the note was, he's going to utilize Fairy to go through Saria. Max picks up the spell in Saria. Any comments about that spell? I didn't see it.
Digshake's going to take it.
Digshake's going to take it. So I was waiting, pausing there. It's life. Life in Saria. Very random. Alright, we have an item cave location there for Scorpion Max. It's a magic container cave. The first one you normally find in the playthrough, or the 100% all keys route. And it is the Lost Child. Why don't you tell us what that child does?
Quest that's going to be used when we get to Darunia later to get the spell.
Certainly is, and we have
that you chase for around a lot. You might be looking for it for a long time, so it's always nice to see it earlier, but it also means that some of it might be replacing a heart or a something that you might want to have that's really useful.
Yeah, I mean, there's our last of our item caves. It's the Medicine Cave. See Digshake go into the Magic Container Cave now, and he'll get the kid.
little harder than the other caves.
Yeah, this is one of those caves you don't want to do on low life. But on mixed small and large enemies, it could be better because this screen that he's in right now, you'll see the bit replace like a Dyra, and there's 2 moblins, so he'll pick the raft. And that'll enable him to go over to the Eastern Continent. Max, we know Max has seen the raft tile. And Max has gotten all the items, Gank, on the Western Continent. With 3 or 6, 4, and great... And what's that?
He's done what I really like, is to clear all 5 items and get the 2 spells before you do anything.
Yeah, he could dip into Death Mountain, but at this point in time, he does have the raft. So he might want to just boogie on over to the Eastern Continent because he doesn't have Reflect to do Palace 4. He doesn't have the glove to do potentially do 3 or 6, and he doesn't have 6 gems placed to do Great Palace. So, like, you would go right over to Eastern Continent, correct?
I think he will. He's the thing about Scorpion Max. He's a really good speedrunner for the vanilla, and so these guys they don't cut corners,
So Madagascar Dave, we are playing in like a modified version of the Swiss flags. We're doing Swiss flags for everything, if you're familiar with that, and I know you are. And we are we're putting on mixed small and large enemies, and we're also taking away extra keys and palaces this week. So beginner friendly. Next week we'll probably take away the candle and start mixing.
Beginner friendly and viewer friendly.
Yeah,
having no candle is really fun, but it's also for the players, but it's not always fun for the viewers.
Yeah, we'll probably mix around some magic and life levels for next week as well, and then kind of ease on over to 3 starting heart containers or 7 maximum heart containers or something, but we'll get there. You can see BuzzThunder ferrying on through to the other side of Saria.
That was like the other connection.
Yeah, you can do it that way. You can do it through Fairy Cave as well. But there's Max
no north-south.
East.
Finally, somebody in the east, yeah. And this is a P bag probably, but he can't access it because it doesn't have the jump spell.
Yeah, it's either a P bag, it's a red jar, or it's a 1-up. We like to call the little digger.
The thing about the east is you can level up really fast because they give away these 500-point P bags. It seems like on a regular basis, and every tile, special tile, has something or maybe a life, and the enemies also will, especially those blue Lizalfos, will give out a lot of experience points. So it's a good idea to make your way to the east and then try to accumulate experience and try to level up. Then grinding in west. Desert Pass. So there's always sometimes a section of the map will be isolated by a kind of a desert overpass. The Digshake Desert. I know I've heard Rose City Saint call it that.
Sorry, I had to play catch up here with the tracker. Looks like we lost our tracker for tonight.
Okay.
Can anybody inform me, did Toaster ever pick up the kid? And what was the spell Max just got there? Oh, that was downstab. Okay.
Palace, I think it's 3, but I can't be certain. We'll find out in a sec.
I think because it didn't have
6.
the key on the ledge there, I think it is 6.
No, there's too many enemies in that room for it to be 3.
Yeah. And 3 would have a key on the ledge after the key door, and then that's the key right down there that rolled into a P bag for 6. So Digshake's in 6 right now. That makes
6 with no glove could be trouble, but he's got fairy, so he can pass the lava pit.
So Scorpion Max is going through the Desert of Love. Heard you refer to it as something different. We'll censor it for the sake of this audience. Amazing Toaster is dodging rain fires there. Trying to get rid of this Stalfos. It's having a tough time there. Armored Stalfoses.
Usually not worth a lot.
Looks like Buzz is going to go over to East now and join the other boys.
The desert pass is you have to go through it, right? No, there's nothing on the other side. It's just a forest style. Sad.
Yeah. And Max is going to up A and get back over.
Sure to just go back, take the raft spot, and then move over. I think they might have to take that connector cave down there.
Yeah, Digshake's going to drop a few here. Drops in the Canadian hole, drops in the statue room, finds a nice landing pad where he'll go right. He's hoping to find Barba or potentially the item room to give him something like
the both on the right, so...
Yes, they are.
Of the confusing palaces, got a lot of holes, a lot of drops. For me, 6 and Great Palace have always been confusing, especially in the early days, and I like to map them out sometimes because how they connect, they interconnect. They have these loops. Sometimes you'll get looped in an elevator.
So Amazing Toaster finds Barba. He's going to turn around and go somewhere else. I'm not exactly sure. We have 3 players right now in this palace, and I lost control of the overworld because I have to start tracking now. So I was just filling in the gaps. We feeling right now that some sort of progression item like the boots are needed.
It didn't see the continent really well, but palace that early, I think they feel that they could find the boots in there.
Yeah, this is 4 players without the glove dipping into Palace 6 and not leaving to go find something else. So that tells me something's up here.
And they're choosing to go in 6 rather than say...
Yeah, say 4 or 3. Even 3 is very short.
Yeah, but I think they might have thought that this was 3. The lava pit room on digshake screen. This one is you need fairy to cross it, so sometimes if you don't have enough magics, you might want to take a death, get a refill.
Yeah, it certainly is madness. If it was 1 player, I might question their decisions, but all 4 players are doing it. So they're recognizing something that I was not able to recognize without playing this myself. We got the pass-through Reboneck fight for Toaster. I don't see, or I have not seen, maybe they've up-A'd or went the other direction. I have not seen the the glove block rooms yet.
I haven't seen it.
And we do know you can get to Barba without the gloves. Amazing Toaster was there. There's the glove block room for Digshake.
Go back, keep trying to go right. And that room might have been blocking who knows the item.
Is that what's happening, Sports Cafe? Again, I had to apologize because I was filling in the tracker when they arrived at this palace, and I didn't get a good look at the overworld. It is funneling here, but there are other options: the Death Mountain, Palace 4, Palace 3. It's just interesting that all 4 players are choosing to go in, maybe not incorrectly, into Palace 6.
Thinking that if they find the boots from 6, they're gonna have an edge, you know.
Well, if one finds the boot from 6, they're all gonna have the boots from 6. That'd be amazing that all 4 players did it. Looks like Max is going to take another drop here. He's going to have to drop again. It's Toaster on that same path. Needs Fairy there. Doesn't queue it up. And a Toaster does not have the right amount of magic to queue it up. So, down they go.
Long drop.
Yeah, Max didn't have enough magic either. And now they're soft locked. And And this is a potential in
But
Palace
it does
6 with no
happen.
clue. Yeah, no gloves in Palace 6, and that could happen. Toaster's done. Max is done. They're going somewhere else. Let's find out where they go. Where would you go, gang?
It's right there. Like, why were they going in 6? All 4 of them.
Well, we got the item room for digshake, so let's see what it is.
Palace 1. They could have just gone in Palace 1 and not
Well, that's 4, I believe.
Well,
There's
someone
the boots
cleared
in
6. Is it 4? Yeah.
It's the boots in 6, and digshake has them.
The boots were glove blocked, but it seems like you know, an edge. But as we've seen, the continent is not that closed off. So, just what the other runners are doing, the ones that are not on screen right now.
Well, digshake did get the item in 6. It was the boots. Apologies if you guys didn't hear me saying that. I'm having a little trouble tracking and keeping the audio going as well, without clicking back and forth between these programs. Yeah, I just wondered how they arrived at that decision, and then like all 4 of them were doing it at the same time, because there was 2.
Oh, this one is right there.
He's right where?
It's right. It's right of Palace 6. If you had just walked over a little bit more.
Who's in Palace 1?
Scorpion Max. Oh no, wait, that's
4.
Palace 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, they up aid, and that was just a little bit to the right of Great Palace. Is where it was.
This, the glove. Wow.
Glove in 4?
Boots, easily accessible.
I'm sorry, did you say the glove was in 4?
Got the glove and just up 8.
I'm sorry, who did? Max?
Gonna
You
go
were
in
cutting
clear
out.
3. Got the glove and 4, and you just up 8 because he doesn't have reflect, and he went back to 3. Did Buzz AmazingToaster. I went back to try and clear 3.
Oh, Buzz is going. No, he's still in 6 again.
Sorry.
So here comes the item for Max in 6. So got there very quick after getting the glove in 4.
Darunia on the digshake screen, so we're gonna find out what the child was hiding.
First, he's going to make use of Fairy Claws and get up stab. Little trick where you hold down on the D-pad. As you're crouching, you cast Fairy, and the game thinks you're locked into a
Stab, Larry.
You
If
go
it's,
down.
if it's like long Great Palace, do you get up stab, but do you get it even if it's short Great Palace?
I've been screwed by that before. So if I'm in Darunia and I'm going to get the item, I'm going to get the spell, I get it no matter what.
Oh, you go and get it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've been screwed by it not having upstab in Great Palace before, and I've seen other people screwed by it as well.
And Max is showing us that you can take the boots and go up from the raft spot in the access that upper section of the map.
So now it's Max's turn in Darunia.
This is fairy. Would you have gone in 6 and 4, or would you have gone back to 3 to try to explore?
I'll tell you straight up, I wasn't going to do 6. I might have done Death Mountain at that point. I mean, it all depends. Just, you know, I have the magic key, I have fairy. I'm not going to get glove blocked. I probably would have dip 4. Or if I found an easily accessible Death Mountain, because as of right now, I have only found Death Mountain, the garbage area that led to the water.
I don't remember seeing the other one.
I have not seen it either. It doesn't mean that we didn't miss it, but I don't believe I've seen it. We got Buzz working on Barba. Digshake has defeated Barba and picked up the medicine on the desert tile. Thank you for that, chat. And has grabbed the flute as well in Teabag Cave.
Seen a couple of flute block seeds. Casual, even last week's race, I believe, had that.
Yeah, we had a race Monday where it was flute blocked. So if anybody has any questions about the randomizer in chat, things are going to start slowing down here as runners are going to be exploring more and finding less. We have Max in the Teabag Cave right now as well. I believe since he just picked up the medicine, I believe this is going to be the Teabag Cave with the fair or with the flute. And we can see there is a nice River Devil block there on Digshake's screen, and he's going to find level 3. So what was on the west then, if that was 3?
Yeah, I thought 3 was in the west. We might have been about that.
I could have sworn the first one they went into was 3 or 6. But Digshake...
That might explain why they didn't want to go back and do that.
Perhaps. I mean, I have 4 Great Palace and 3 marked, but maybe they've never found the second one. Maybe we saw them in a different hued... Palace 4 on somebody else's screen. Digshake's gonna Max is gonna dip into 3. He has the gloves. Digshake does not have the gloves, so he bailed out.
Everybody's getting upstab. Nobody wants to take chances. Get the child anyways, so they might as well.
Yeah, we have Digshake here going through Bonner Pass. Actually, that was not Bonner Pass. That was the other Teabag Cave. What did he pick up?
I'm not sure.
All right, well, we'll find out in a second. It's not magic container. It's not a heart container. Max is at the boss of Palace 3.
Digshake found Maze Island and New Kasuto. So he's gonna get a free spell. Potentially get at least 1 item.
So it was
spell. He could get the second item that's in the tower.
Okay, that was Thunder in Darunia that we missed before.
Important part of the puzzle. I think Reflect is the only spell missing now for them to be a pseudo.
I gotta tell you, I hate these community hints, and I'll tell you why. Because when you're tracking it, If they menu too fast and they don't have a good capture on their screen, you miss what the spell is. But that was Shield in Nukasudo for Digshake. So I'm definitely making that recommendation that community hints not be used in races because does not give the commentator and the tracker a clear path to see it. Where's Max right now? Max is in 5. And Toaster's in 3.
Have the same colors. It's so hard to tell them apart.
Max almost falls in the lava there. It's gonna put Palace 1 and 2.
Yeah, from like the ledge to the without falling. I didn't know you could do that.
Oh, he didn't probably know he can do it either, and
Runner, he might know.
So that puts Palaces 1 and 2 on Maze Island and Valley of Death. We'll see if Digshake can get to the Palace, and it's right there, and it's Palace 1, so Palace 2 is going to be on the Valley of Death. He's going to be looking for the item. Meanwhile, AmazingToaster is going to be finishing up Palace 3.
Valley of Death and Maze Island are sometimes a little less easy to access, so I'll save those palaces for the end before I up A and go back west. And I'm sure you probably do the same thing because I don't want to have to backtrack.
Yeah, it all depends on where Great Palace is for me now. If Great Palace is on the west and I'm on the east, I'm finishing everything I can on the west first. Unless a reflect or a glove blocks me and I have to go back to the... Sorry, on the east. If I have to go back to the
It's a good feeling to being able to clear one side of full east, full west.
Yeah, it's absolutely the fastest method as well. You don't have to do everything on the continent that the Great Palace is on. Just do, because you have to be back there anyway, and you're going to waste time in transit.
Yeah, a good source of experience if you're looking for the items. There's 2 items that are available in Maze Island. They're hidden, and while you're looking for those items, there's some encounters. Some of these encounters have these blue Lizalfos that can sometimes give 500 experience.
So we got the trophy and a heart container on Maze Island there for Digshake. Now he's going to go back into 1. He's still looking for the glove, remember. He did not dive into 4 to get the glove like a couple of the other players did. I don't think BuzzThunder got it either.
For fetch quest items, that might be blocked because we haven't seen Old Kasudo yet. Firetown, which also would have a free item, a free spell.
Yeah, there's 2 free spells, and then there's 2 spells behind the fetch quest item, but we have one of them. We know where one of them is. It was on Maze Island. Digshake has it. And the second P-Bag item was just a little digger that we missed. That's why I couldn't notice what it was. What did Digshake just pick up there? In 1? Another heart container?
Cross.
The cross. Thank you. So, useless item. So, Digshake right now, I wouldn't say in a little bit of a panic, but at whatever minute marker this is, there's no timers on the layout, or at least none that I see. But whatever minute marker this is, a little bit of a panic on Digshake's side right now, where not knowing where the glove is, not having reflect.
5 minutes.
Buzz just getting bodied in this this room where I always cast Fairy, and he decides to cast Fairy as well. So
always cast Fairy.
Yeah, that's a horrible room. It really is. There was the item in Nukasudo for Toaster. Or, I'm sorry, the spell. No, that was the item. He's going to refill his magic there, and he's going to go grab the spell, which we know is shield.
Max is beating Guma on level 4, which is no easy feat. 5 is comfortable, 4 is takes a long time.
Yeah, as long as you know, if you can be patient with them, and not have to deal with a wonky little hitbox every once in a while, depending on how he moves and swings the mace. You can just do slow and steady like that with Max. Go in, stab, jump back. Go in, stab, jump back, and have no problem there at all. Be able to place the gem. So Max is looking good here at 3 gems placed. Everyone else, it appears, only has 1 gem placed, except for Digshake, who now has 2. But Max also has the benefit of having the glove.
I haven't seen the other players, except the ones we have on screen, but I would say Max is a little ahead.
Yeah, for the benefit of the restream and the race, we only focus on these 4. We don't know who gets what. It gets confusing. Viewers can't see it, and we might be spoiling stuff as well. So we just kind of put them aside and wish them the congratulations when they finish, and then focus on these guys, like Digshake walking out of Maze Island and Toaster in Maze Island.
One in chat says they like the tracker. So do we know who made this tracker?
It was probably Feasel or somebody at Speed Gaming made this tracker. Yeah.
Or whoever made it.
So Buzz is in 5 now, gloveless. Not that it matters in 5, it's just he's looking for the glove probably. Max is going to utilize those boots and get on that Maze Island and get towards level 1, but first stop is New Kasuto for him.
Plus 4 is quite short, and I will dip in it even if I don't have Reflect. I will do that before I do Palace 5, for sure.
Yeah, I have a little internal rule that doesn't really apply, but I practice it like it applies as well. In a seed like this, dipping into 4, if it had the item that I need, then we're going to arrive at the item room pretty quickly. Trophy pickup there for AmazingToaster. He's going to be looking for the second of the items on Maze Island.
Still looking for Reflect. It might be in Old Kasuto. It might be in Trophy Town.
Yeah, or Nubaru.
Or in Fire Town.
Yeah, Nubaru and Kasuto will have the free spells. Mito, you need the Medicine Water of Life, or we do have that and we cashed it in already, my bad.
But there's Old Kasuto.
Yep, Digshake found Old Kasuto, and dumb community hint, and then there's Reflect in Kasuto.
So no more fetch quests. Digshake's he's missing the glove.
He's missing the glove, and it's in a very poor place to find it. But unfortunately for all the other runners, who has to deal with a very solid player, this randomizer, one of the best maybe. Now he's got reason to go into Palace 4. He got a magic container on the water tile, and having the reason to go into Palace 4 now will sort of negate everybody who's found the glove by dipping into 4. So Gank, it was one of those situations where, the people who dipped into 6 and found the boots started moving on, but then the people who couldn't dip into 6 and stopped went into 4, found the glove, then went back into 6 and got the boots. So it's like highly, it's like one of those things where you benefited from not doing the thing in front of you and failing, and then going to do something else. It's like, and how long is it?
It's really the story of that seed, yeah. 2 fairy feet. So he's gonna take a random encounter. Always choose a random encounter over a.
He's gonna Rambo this one. He's gonna go through it.
He made that jump. I never made that jump.
Yeah, he made the jump, and then there was a coconut on top of the ledge, and you couldn't deal with it. He's gonna try a fairy feet again. The fairy spell gets an absolute workout here, and we know this is gonna be Palace 2.
Coconuts are deadly, but they're packed with protein, so.
Does 2 successful fairy feats, and he gets into Palace 2, utilizes the up A, gets all of his lives back and magic, and he'll move on.
Clear 2 up A, then take the raft spot, go and finish 4. And I don't think he hasn't done 5 yet either, did he?
Who is that?
Digshake.
No, I don't believe he was in 5 yet now.
For Buzz to beat Digshake in chat. What are your feelings on that?
I have none. None at all with that. I'm an unbiased commentator who's going to make everyone aware of AmazingToaster placing the gem in Palace 1. Buzz grabs the item in 5.
Doesn't even get the experience, he just up-pays before 500 registered.
Yeah, if he wasn't at a level, or he didn't want to take whatever it was, it's probably the salty up A right there. So Max is coming out of Maze Island now. He's going to take the south path, walk around there. Buzz is going to try to do something else. Digshake is arriving at Helmet Head. And makes short work of Helmet Head there.
This little dance around Helmet Head.
Alright, so Digshake's going to dive into 2 and look for this item. Where are you going to go, Gank, after 2 when you don't find the boot and when you don't find the glove?
You have to go in 4. Wait, yeah.
Well, he does have a reason to go into 4. He has Reflect and he can beat the Palace, so it is worth a look, and I agree with you. If Digshake after this, and I'm sure Digshake agrees with us, after this, Digshake's probably going to go over to Palace 4. It's a short up A away, so there's no reason not to.
It's right there. It's even closer, I think, to go back and then take the raft spot.
So last 2 items for BuzzThunder, P-Bag and Little Digger, 1-up doll, and not having the glove. I'm sure he's probably a little upset. No, the glove is in Palace 4. We found it already, but we found it... Yeah. Glove could be in 5, yeah. Glove can be anywhere. Anywhere an item is that's not blocked by the glove. So any remaining spots, which include both ends of Death Mountain, being locked behind the spell in New Kasuto that BuzzThunder is arriving in right now. Or Palace 2.
I think that's one too many spells.
It's the right amount of spells, yeah. So Digshake is in 4 now. Did he get to the item in 2, or did he get to the glove block room and get out of there? I think 4 streams is a little bit beyond my ability to look at everything. There's Max.
Streaming all day, huh? We saw you online earlier.
Yeah, there were a lot of tournament matches today. Zelda won any % tournament, this tournament. I believe there's Link to the Past Key Sanity tournaments happening, Super Mario Brothers 3 randomizer tournaments. So yeah, I've been in and out of commentary and restreams pretty much all day.
You're doing this sober?
Yeah, it's the only way to live, brother. I had bad Chinese food, if that makes it any better.
Oh, I'm sure your stomach can't tell the difference.
Yeah, speaking of digshake, he is in 4 right now. And he's going to head on over to the right here and see. Maybe it's the item room. It's not the item room. It is one of the 3 dead-end rooms in Palace 4. Max is trying to get through the Valley of Death. He's going to set up the encounter skip. He doesn't do it. Max is probably the strongest of the 100% all keys category, or the players in the 100% all keys category of the 4 we have on right now. I wouldn't say probably. It most likely is. And he can't get that encounter skip. He finally gets it and then dies in the lava. So we'll give him a little bit of a... make fun of him a little bit for that. And there they are. There's the gloves. Or the single glove. Digshake will wear it.
We're now at 47 minutes. Shake is in full Digshake.
Yeah, I mean, he certainly is. Because we've seen every palace, and we can get to every palace. We have every item we need. What could we possibly be missing? Nothing.
He might finish, I think, maybe with a time of 1 hour and 10.
We're looking at 3 palaces to complete, and we're looking at a time of almost 50 minutes right now. 20 minutes to finish this up could be a possibility, but we're also looking at Max, who very well could also do the same. He does have to dip back into 6, though, which is a little scary.
Forget, the Great Palace can be a real bummer.
Alright, we got Buzz walking around Maze Island trying to find what would probably be the glove or any of the items to get spells. I have to assume he has the kid. I am not marking it until I know for a fact he has the kid. And there's the trophy now for Buzz. We don't know what exactly that's going to be. Item room here in 2 for Max. And it is a heart container. Of the players that have Reflected Thunder, that is Scorpion, Max, and Digshake. Of the players that have Thunder, I believe it's Toaster, Digshake, and Max. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong with Buzz. Take a look at his spell items when he pauses the menu and help me out there, please.
I want to say that he doesn't have Reflect. No, he doesn't have Reflect. Otherwise, he would be in 4 right now.
I believe only 2 players have Reflect. One is Digshake, guaranteed. You have Reflect because you're seeing it right now, and Max. Nobody else has been beyond Maze Island yet. Although Toaster may have it because he's running into Palace 2 now, and Max and Digshake got it before Palace 2. So we'll see if we can catch his spell menu. Thanks, Starwolf. And
Wolf
now
in chat says that, yeah.
Now BuzzThunder has the cross. Yeah, please
garbage item.
Feel free to call it out. We lost our tracker for tonight, and I'm trying to manage between watching it, taking notes, and then filling in the gaps here. So, no offense taken tonight. One night only, if you guys correct me about trackers.
A lot of things to keep track of.
Yeah, I like to know where things are. And that's, trackers don't give that picture, but I like to write down my own list of where things are. And then between writing down where things are and then checking boxes on the screen and then checking a name next to my notes to see if somebody was in that cave or not, it becomes a lot of things to do. But nevertheless, we're back in 6 here. Where are we? We're in 2 for AmazingToaster. Digshake is back in 3, but he has the gloves now. Looks like Buzz is in 1 and Max is in 2 still.
When I race, I don't keep track of spells because you can just hit the start button and check what spells you have. But when you're watching somebody else race, you lose that ability. Well, now.
So Kusuto is west of the Valley of Death entrance. Did Toaster make his way over there or not before he got into 2? Because I know that's the path Max and Digshake took.
Someone said Toaster had Reflect.
Oh, they did? Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, that's right. Thurwolf did. My bad. Yeah, there's no spells on the tracker, too, so now I have to write that down. All right, Palace 2 is down. For Max.
Palace 1 is down for Buzz.
Yep. And we're entering Palace, I guess he up-aid Toaster. So we'll put some marks on the tracker there. Did Toaster do 2 and he's just dipping back in for the item now?
I couldn't tell you.
But he did do 3, so we did mark that as well. He's in 5 now. Make his way through that false wall. Max is back in 6, and that's probably the thing that's going to trip Max up. Between Max and Digshake, who need 2 gems apiece, Max needs to go back into 6. I'm not entirely sure Max saw Barba, because Max probably would have fought Barba. I know Toaster saw Barba, but...
Didn't Max see Barba and turned around?
That was Toaster, I believe. It could have been Max too, but I don't think Max would have shied away from a low-level Barba. We'll see if he goes right back there. I don't know where the timers are this week. They were there to start the race, and then they went away. So we're at 53 minutes. Yeah, 53 minutes and 20 seconds. And we had our tracker bailed on us, so we're trying to do double duty here and missing a little bit of the tracking and missing a bit of the commentary. But there's Max in Barba's room right now, so Skank, you must be right. He must have found him earlier.
He's really hoping to get the item out of 6 before he beat Barba.
Yeah, I mean, that could have been true. It could have been true for sure. I don't know what his levels were when he saw Barba. I know Toaster ran back the other direction, but I don't know if anybody would shy away from a boss fight, especially Barba, if you run into it. You just go back into the palace or run back. You know, you're going back left anyway, so you might as well beat Barba, place the gem, and then go back left.
You know, for those who don't know, Barba could give a lot of experience. Hope he's taking a bad death here. He can give out as much as 1,000 experience, which is a lot for a low-level player.
So we know the trophy leads to fire. We don't know what fire is linked with. I think, did we take that off this week? I think we might have taken that off this week. Fire might just be fire. No, he's going to take a bop, and then he's going to cast it. Let's see. And it's fairy. Fire is fairy. So that doesn't help Buzz. Buzz was looking for reflect. Dead end room for
might be a lower MP fairy.
Yeah, I mean that's yeah, that's entirely true. Fire will definitely get lower. I mean, it can get as low as 8 MP at level, I think magic level 6 or 7. So having an 8 MP fairy in Great Palace, you can just fairy every room and just avoid as much as you can. Max downs Barba, but in retrospect of him finding reflect, which he's looking for, he's probably unhappy, and he's going to continue to be unhappy when he cashes in the medicine here.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate for Buzz.
So when I say level 6 was a bad omen for Max because Digshake already cleared it, Well, I forgot to really take an effect that digshake was in 5, and Max already cleared 5, and 5 could be worse than 6, and it definitely is this time. Jump is in Mito.
Yuck. Hey, you know, it's really important to clear Fire and Naboru and Kasuto and Yukasuto just to get all your spells.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there were 2 free spells still on the Eastern Continent. Buzz took a chance. He had the spell items. It looks like Kasuto was a little tricky to find. 3 players.
Oh, we haven't seen it.
Nobody found Nubaru.
This be in some dead-end, lost, maybe boot-blocked area. We don't even know.
Like one magical cave to get to one little area.
Desert tile yet?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Desert tile, have we seen that?
Yeah, the desert was the medicine. Which Buzz obviously has. So I'll mark that. He has Child because he has Thunder. Toaster probably has the flute. But I'll leave that off the tracker for now until we get some confirmation on that. Just based on how everyone got their items in the order they got them in. I believe that was in the middle of something Toaster's already done.
That's right. A flute, a bit of a factor in this seed. Definitely lets you go or any of the caves and find a connector.
So that's 5 for digshake. That means all palaces are completed. He's going to up an A. He's going to save, which is very important there, because if you save inside of a palace, you'll restart at North Castle, you know, where you normally start on the Western Continent. Had he just continued there after the up A, he would have started at the beginning of the palace he was in. Toaster downs Barba, and we'll place this gem.
Scorpion Max is going to clear Palace 4 now.
Yeah, so now we're in Great Palace. I'm going to spend a little time...
Palace, I think.
Yeah, we're going to focus on Great Palace here. Great Palace is a small, shortened Great Palace in these flags that are randomizer. And what that means is 25 to 50% of the rooms have been removed from the palace. Only rooms that have exactly 2 exits are eligible to be removed, which does not include drop rooms. And you can see mixed small and large enemies will turn ropes into chicken knights, and that's a nice little room to start out with, Gank. A waffle room with 2 chicken knights.
I'm thinking Digshake's gonna up it, you know? He took so much damage in that room.
Yeah,
that's partly because he doesn't have jump. Sometimes you can cast jump and take the upper road and kind of avoid all these low these guys that are stuck in the bottom.
That is an unfortunate. I don't want to call it a side effect, but it's unfortunate. Yeah, you're sacrificing spells for speed. Once you find the required spells you need and the items you need in this game, you don't really care about anything else. Even heart containers and magic containers, the top runners, the fastest runners, they're not going to be looking for them. But then you get into a Great Palace where, not in this situation because they have plenty of heart containers, but you could get into a Great Palace where you don't have shield or life or jump. But you have, and you have 4 or 5 heart containers that can really affect you. So there's a dead end room for Digshake. He's going to have to go back and go the other way in that elevator room. So you'll only find Thunderbird. Oh, that's a little digger right there. So what are we looking at here? We got to go a different way. So one of the tricks...
Up A and start again.
So one of the tricks for Great Palace is you have to find Thunderbird by going right. You can never find Thunderbird going left into a room. It's always right into a room. So to give yourself the best chance to find Thunderbird, you go right until you can't go right anymore. And then you go up or down or left until you can go up and down and find the path to go right. And then you take that path right. And digshake has found a dead end on either side, so he's got to take probably one alternate path right now.
Scorpion Max is really struggling with that room.
Yeah, you can see he's taking...
It's got a fried chicken, and it's got everything that can be bad about that room. Scorpion Max is on right now. That's the elevator and then two-way screen. I like that screen because there's only 4 of those, and I like to keep track of which one, like markers. I'll go up at the elevator sometimes and check what's the screen on top, just so I know which one of those rooms I'm in, and then I can tell easily if I'm in a loop situation when I see that back into the same room.
Yeah, and digshake goes up into a fun room and then finds the bottom floor of the L7 room, so he's going to take that down, drop down into this room, the no jar room. It's a dead end room, and then he's going to find the third of the elevator rooms that we have so far. So like Gank was saying, there's 4 of these rooms total. Each of the 4 have a different enemy combination as well. This one has no enemies, and it leads to a dead end. So digshake's going to go back and then go up, and this is the only path he can take, so this is the right way to go so far. Max is finding the dead end rooms.
Life, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It could really make a difference.
Well, we have an interesting situation in this Great Palaces because digshake found 2 more branches to take, and it's left on both of them. And you know, the Angry Larry meme is always left in Fairy Room. Digshake goes down, goes through Fairy Room, finds the last of the elevator rooms. So if we see an elevator room now, Gank, now we know we loot.
Well, you know what? I don't think we'll see one.
I don't think we can, because I think all the other rooms beyond this elevator room are covered, so there won't be anything.
Elevator rooms, there's 4 even on a large Great Palace, so you can keep track of it either if you're doing a short version or a long version.
Yeah, it has 3 exits, so those will never be removed, only the ones with 2 things. So Buzz Down's Palace 2 there. He's going to dip back in for the item. He does not have all spells, I don't believe. I don't believe he's found Nubaru, and I don't think he's gone and gotten Reflect out of Kasuto. Or did he pick
everybody gave up on it.
Yeah, Nubaru only has the spell. But there's a chance that Buzz got Reflect, so please let me know if he did. Well, digshake's going back up the elevator and going through the one-piece chicken room here. So...
go left. No, he's gonna go right. Scorpion Max.
Okay, thank you.
Dead end. Yeah. Digshake's going back to that drop room and going left. So this is really the this is the Great Palace of left, you know. And he's gonna take the drop now, which is probably what I would do.
Yeah, because at this point, you know the drop's got to lead somewhere. Because the way the Great... And there it is, Thunderbird. Because the way the Great Palace works is you'll never... Or the randomizer works in general is you'll never take a drop room and lock yourself into a no way out situation. Knowing all the other turns went somewhere and there was a drop room in front of him, the drop room was going to take him to Thunderbird unless it could loop around to start. And we knew that wasn't possible, so... You need to be aware of those things. Digshake obviously is. He takes the drop right there. And he's on the Thunderbird fight. And almost done with the Thunderbird fight. Working the pendulum here. Getting a couple swings in per cycle.
6 Thunderbird. Not too bad, you know. How close Dark Link is. He might be in the next room.
And he is, because we've seen... all 4 elevator rooms. We've seen the dead end rooms. We've seen the little digger room. We've seen every room that is possibly, with the exception of maybe 1 drop room.
Thinking the what do you call the rooms with the cells where the enemies get stuck inside.
The waffle rooms.
I don't know if you saw all of them.
Well, those can get removed, so we won't know how many are going to be in there.
But, they get removed. So I believe there's always 4.
No, there's
Short Palace, and there's 6 on the Long Palace.
No, that's like a confirmation bias because those have 2 exits, and they can get removed or not get removed. But there you go. There's your winner, digshake. Digshake
5,
even the time.
Yeah, even less than I thought he would take. I thought he would take an hour 10.
Yeah, digshake finishes hour 5 minutes. We'll see if we can pull him in here.
Scorpion Max not far behind him. Minutes apart.
So one of the tricks, and you obviously can't do it. Buzz could do it because he's got all the spells. Dead end room there for Toaster and 5. You probably know this already, Gank, but maybe those people out there don't know it. You break a giant bot, and it breaks into little bots in Great Palace. Little bots have more health in Great Palace than they do outside. But if you cast the spell, turns those little bots into the weaker little bots, but retains the XP for them. So if they're 20 XP, you can cast spell and hammer down if you're near a magic level or something, or if you just want to get them the hell away. And we're joined by the winner of this week's race, digshake. Hello.
Good game, Dig.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks.
Talk to us. What do you got going?
Man, I was cruising on that one. It feels like, except for Palace 5 was garbage, but I mean, I didn't play it bad. It's just that we got a crappy layout for that palace. Oh my gosh.
Well, before we get to 5, because 5 took a while, I don't even know if there's much to say about that, except it just was garbage. But before that, we had 4 players simultaneously digging 6 early. What was your rationale of digging 6 over 4 or jumping into Death Mountain?
Wow, everybody went into 6. That's awesome. I went to 6 because it was the closest palace to me. If 4 had been closer, I would have gone there first.
4 was right there. I guess you just didn't know.
No, I knew where 4 was. I just needed to pick one, and 6 was closer, so I went there. I mean, that's really all there is to it. I wasn't worried about the glove block so much because 6 can be glove blocked, but it's usually, not.
It's great because at least you didn't have to double dip in 4. I think Max did.
The glove ended up being in there, which was awesome. So that would have saved me a ton of time because I dug the item out of 2 and Maze Island and all that stuff that I probably wouldn't have done. So thinking like, oh man, if I had gone to 4 to get the item first, maybe I would have finished this thing a little faster because it would have saved me some time. I wouldn't have had to skip. I wouldn't have skipped 3 and 5 the first time. I would have just knocked them out right away, and then yeah, it would have been much smoother. But
so it was one of those situations, Dig, that I like to bring up, and I love when races play out like this, where you have all 4 players digging an item in one area. 2 of them have to leave because they just give up, and then they go into 4 and get the glove. So then they're forced back into 6 and get the boots. Meanwhile, you and Buzz only got the boots, and you dig all those extra palaces and item locations looking for the glove. That's the way the seed played out, because Max and Toaster left 6, went to 4, got the glove, and then went back into 6 and were able to get the boots.
Yeah, well, once you go in, the first time, you don't want to have to give up and leave, because then that's, that's time lost.
Time you lost.
I think you easily could have won this race going into 4 first. So, yeah, had a pretty good time even with 6 first.
Second.
Yeah, Nierm finishes second, 1 hour and 9 minutes there.
Unfortunately, we don't know what path he took because he wasn't featured.
It was not a hard seed, I think, other than that early decision of where to go. I thought people might go into Death Mountain, but I guess that wasn't a popular option.
I only saw the one entrance at Death Mountain that had a 3-tile island, and you couldn't get away.
Max, one dig.
Max can't kill that guy. He's just going to take the death there. Max doesn't have enough MP doesn't have enough magic to cast Thunder for Thunderbird, so he's going to got double chickened in the red jar room, so he's going to take a death and just do Thunderbird.
I think he found that life earlier.
Got a good race here for third place, huh?
Yeah, I think Toaster's a little bit back. Buzz and Toaster are lagging way behind Max, obviously, because it's Thunderbird, then Darklink after that, and But I think they're both very fresh into Great Palace. Buzz may have like a 30-second to 45-second maybe advantage on Toaster as far as entry. But Dig, did you find the other entrance or any entrance to Death Mountain?
Up in the northern section, I didn't even bother looking for it because once I found Medicine Cave and whatever that other one was, it was like, all right, cool, I'm done. They had to be up there.
Nobody found Naboru.
Buzz found Nubaru because he has all the spells.
Oh, yeah.
Near the water tile. I saw it, but I was like, I don't need it, so. But it was right by the water tile, I think. Might head out so you can have a chat with the other guys as they finish up here. But thank you so much for the restream.
All right, good game, man.
Yeah, thank you.
By the way, digshake did create the randomizer for Zelda 2, so why don't you go ahead and go look for that on the internets and download it for yourself and join us in these weekly races coming up.
You're not following him already.
You can go that far if you want to go that far. He's a good dude.
Scorpion Max finished third with 1 minute 12.
Yeah, finishes now. Buzz found Thunderbird very quick compared to Max and Digshake, I believe. I believe Buzz had the fastest of the Great Palaces on our feature stream.
Thunderbird at attack 5, which can be tricky.
Yeah, he's got a couple lives here, so he can try to go in on and getting those extra hits per cycle at risk of taking a bop or two. I don't know what he's casting other than looks like he puts on shield, thunder, and then he does not have enough. Oh, he does. He has exactly enough for reflect. So this will be a winning combination here for Buzz.
Likes to get those 3 hits a cycle. Quick hits. When I try to do that, I guess you can't. Like your collision's a little different and you don't get hit.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how it works, but sometimes the fireball, it just makes your hitbox or hurtbox smaller, whatever you want to call it. And fireballs will phase through you, and then other times they'll tink off of you too, like you're blocking them. But Buzz does down Firebird. I love the pendulum strategy of Thunderbird. I mean, it just looks cool when you do it. But then you got the, some of the top runners, especially in vanilla. They just jump and just get up there and just panic dolphin or whatever the new strategy is and just wail on them right on top of the platform. They don't even move. Nice save there by Toaster before getting hit.
Yeah. I didn't know you could dodge these those fires.
Which ones? I'm sorry. From Toaster?
Chicken.
Yeah. All right, Buzz is finishing up here. Darklink fight. Toaster's still on his way. So just
Thunderbird is just go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say just because Toaster's the last right here on the restream. Doesn't mean anything. Like, he played the hell out of this seed, and he's still ahead of at least 8 other people right now.
He is. There's a lot of guys that are not featured. They're still playing, and we don't know where they are. But Toaster's doing really well.
It is possible one of those people will snipe AmazingToaster here, but we had a fantastic 4 for the restream with BuzzThunder finishing in 4th place at 1 hour and 15 minutes, and Toaster pretty much narrowing down what paths he can take in Great Palace, and he'll be on his way to Thunderbird pretty soon.
And we're joined by, is this Buzz?
Yeah, I'm here if you'll have me.
Yeah, hop on in, man. Why don't you talk about this run there for a second? Let me... First, the question I want to ask you first is two firsts here. Why did you dig 6 over the other ones available to you early on? And after that, how disappointed were you at the spells you found?
Yeah, I'm here, so have me.
Yeah, hop on in, man.
6 was right there. It was basically I didn't know if it was 6 or 3, so we'll just jump in and see what could happen. And
why did you dig 6 over the other ones available to you early on? And
that's where
after that,
I ended up finding it there. So basically, it was just I'm in here. I had fairy. I knew that I could complete it regardless. I mean, unless 6 was right there. It was basically I didn't know if it was 6 or 3, so we'll just jump in and see what could happen. As far as I knew, I could do it, and yeah, I got through it, and it was there. So kind of got a little lucky with finding it there, but there wasn't many other options there. What was the second question?
Hold on one second. We're getting a lot of echoing because the restream's using your audio. So anytime you talk, you're talking, and then the restream's talking and stuff like that.
I wasn't sure if it was just me, so I closed my sound. So
sorry about that.
Yeah, I mean, if for anything to happen, Buzz would have to mute himself for everybody on his side, but then we probably couldn't hear you.
That's fine. I just did that. I just muted myself.
Okay. So we're back. And yeah, I don't know what to do in those situations. We lost audio in the first part. Then we lost our tracker. He just bailed. Said bad internet, okay, bye. And then we have no timers on the restream, and now we have looping audio.
Okay,
so.
Yeah, I was wondering why kept hitting time. I was like, are these guys like watching?
I'm sorry, like it's distracting, but we're just like, how far are they? Where they're gonna, get the boots and or whatever. So Roasted Saint is finishing up here in 5th place. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Buzz.
I was just going to say, I completely understand if that was the situation. That stinks if you lose a tracker.
My second question to you was, at the time you went back to the Western Palace Toasters at Thunderbird right now, I didn't see how many lives he had left. At the time you went back to the Western Continent, you decided to cash in a trophy, cash in the medicine, and then you were hit in the face with the jump spell and the fire spell, which was fairy. How upset were you?
Yeah, I mean, that was just a you know what a pain that is. I was like, well, okay, the game's giving me all these spell items, I might as well, because I jumped back, I think, after I was done with number 2 on Valley of Death, which is always a good spot to up A and go back. I was like, yeah, I can check those out, it gave it to me, but yeah, unfortunately, it wasn't the right one, so yeah, yeah, that's unfortunate. So I just knew I had to go back, and again, I was fully prepared to go back into Nukasudo, because that's why my last spell was spell, but I went and got it anyways because I figured, hey, the glove might be in there, so I might as well go check it out.
How fair do you think it was that you used the frog suit on that unknown lost level with all the waterfalls in the Super Mario Bros. 3 randomizer race?
That was pure luck. That was 100% awesomeness. When I did that, I was like, oh, no way, I just got this level.
Big John was going in. He enjoyed that a lot.
Oh yeah, that was great. But it canceled itself out because nobody noticed later on that I did the same thing in a different level where I wasn't able to take damage, and it canceled itself out basically.
Chat brings up a good point right here. Can you believe Digshake is 246 hours into Final Fantasy V and hasn't beaten it yet? Well, I mean, he's on the world record pace right there. We have Toaster getting the final licks in here. He's going to take one more hit and he's going to die, so he's going to be careful.
He's being real careful with his Thunderbird fight.
Yeah, it looks like 2 more hits on Thunderbird and Thunderbird will die. He's going to have to recycle this right here, get the pendulum going again. And there it is, 1 more hit.
6th place at the 1 hour 20.
Yeah, Link 7's is done. Like Gank says, 1 hour 20 minutes. Sorry, I was talking over you when you said that.
Hey, Buzz, you gotta help me. Larry keeps calling the spell the spell.
I think that's the proper name. I looked it up in the instruction manual. Well, that's what it says, I'm pretty sure.
They're casting a spell, which is named spell. That's a spell. It's just the way it is.
Oh, right.
I don't know. I just remember I tried to spell it one time and I couldn't do it right.
But yeah, so congratulations to you on the finish there. I don't even remember what finish it was. Fourth place finish.
Fourth place, really good time for considering that you went to get all the spells. It's a very impressive time.
Yeah, I mean it was pretty simple other than the fact it was just where's the glove basically the whole time. You know, it didn't really hide any of the spells for you. Yeah, that was basically the whole thing was, hey, where is that glove? That was the main thing of this seed, I would say.
Now we have Toaster there, finishing up at 1 hour and...
The boots in the beginning, sorry.
1 hour and 20 minutes there for Toaster. See if we can get him in here, and it's pretty much it. I mean, for this race, we got a great 4 here running. All 4 players finished in the top 7 of the race. For more about Zelda 2 Randomizer. What's that?
Gotta get the superfecta.
Yeah, absolutely. Hold on 1 second. All right, Buzz, we're gonna bounce you out for Toaster. So good game and good luck to you in the Super Mario Brothers 3 tournament. Random.
All right, thanks guys. Have a good one.
You got it.
Buzz.
Okay, I don't have the ability to pull him into the...
If you don't have it, I don't have it. Invite to server, no. Oh, there he is. No, wait. Leaving.
I don't know if there's any admins in here that can help us get Toaster in here. That kind of sucks. So we'll add that to the list of things I'm pissed off about.
But a long day. Yeah.
All right. Well, for more about Zelda 2 Randomizer, you want to hit up that Google, I guess. There's some links in the Discord for for Zelda 2 Randomizer. If you go into the weekly channel, the Z2R weekly channel, there's a bunch of pinned messages that are there for the tracker, the program, and all that.
And I'm not sure if there's a race after this. But our weekly races are now on Thursday night at 11 Eastern Time, and I believe on Tuesday night time.
Yeah, and I'm sorry to AmazingToaster, I can't get you into this voice channel to chat with you, but you had a hell of a race there. Seventh place, and you flew through that seed with the boots and the glove being in the locations they were, and held your own with some of the more veteran players of the game. So you're somebody to be scared of in the next tournament for sure, and in any race, and proven tonight. So sorry you couldn't get you in here, but best of luck to you in whatever races you're in next. And gang, thanks for joining us tonight.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, and that does it for more Zelda 2 weekly action. Make sure you go into the Discord to get all the happenings, and then join us here next week on the Speed Gaming family of channels. We'll be here every Thursday night at 11 p.m. Eastern, so we'll see you then.
Cheers.